everybody. It's Gloria from Iowa and Simona's Ride the Nine Tour, as well as Women in Pool. And today we have Brittany the Bombshell Bryant here. I'm so excited. This is Brittany's first formal interview, and I get first dibs at it. Welcome, Brittany.
Hi, Gloria. Thank you for having me, and hello, everyone.
Thank you for coming. We truly, truly appreciate it. Um, okay, so um, of course, we're going to ask you our standard questions, but then we're going to get into the meat and potatoes of the WPBA events because I know a lot of people have been asking questions about you, and even though you pretty much were a household name before, now more than ever when you were in the finals with Kelly Fisher,
Mhm.
things really came to fruition, and we had met about probably 5 6 years ago at a venue here in Rhode Island. We played partners, and we had a fun time. We beat the guys, by the way, everybody. Just so you do know,
Perfect.
um, Brittany did carry me a little bit, um, a lot, but we had some fun. Brittany, um,
Mhm.
first and foremost, you live in Canada, right?
Yes, I'm
Okay,
originally from Guelph, Ontario.
of Ontario.
Mhm.
And when did you start playing pool? How old were you?
So when I first started, my dad took me to the pool hall. He played league at a local pub, and he brought me in there. We shared our weekends together because my parents are divorced, and so he would take me there, and I was about 13, yeah, and he played the league in house. And then about a few months later, I was scorekeeping for his team, and I had the opportunity to join a junior league that was side by side on Sunday afternoons. And some people think that was the daycare for some parents, but my parents wanted me to try to get involved with other players and just kids my age to enjoy the Sunday afternoons with my dad. So that's how I got started.
And how old were you?
13.
13?
Mhm.
13 years
Yeah.
old. So that was the very first time you ever picked up a cue.
First time I ever picked up cue. Yeah.
And I have to ask, how did it feel? Was it comfortable? Did you have like an immediate enthusiasm after hitting the first couple of balls, or was it just something that said, "Oh, this is, you know,
And a lot of people don't know this. To back it up just a little bit,
mm-hmm,
um, my mother, another mother of mine in pool, let's say that I have a lot of moms in this
mm-hmm,
game. Um, she actually had to convince me to play. I was in tears. I didn't want to play. The boys are going to beat me. They're too good. All these things. Standing on the side, and she had to convince me to play my first game, and she got me to go and play against her son and his friends, and I won my very first game. And that's how
wow."
that's how I started playing. As soon as that happened and I got involved more with all the juniors that were there, um, I was stuck. I started playing and I never looked back, and
Oh
that's
wow,
17
that's
years ago now. So
wow, wow.
mhm.
Um, and and you started playing there in Canada.
Mhm.
And what was your very first major event?
My very first major event
I
would
mean, when
be
we don't have to talk like WPBA, but like your very first
no, of
open
course.
events. Yeah.
I played in a tour called the Canadian Women's Pool Tour in Ontario.
Mm-hmm.
At that time, it was actually very popular. We had about over 32. I think we would get close to a full 64 field. It was brilliant. But at that point, I really only played league. I started, like I said, with my dad and in tap league. And I went up until I think I hit about 15 years old. And I played my first open women's tournament. And that was in Kitchener Waterloo at a pool hall called Pool Paradise. And it was a handicapped event. And I think I was the lowest handicap, my first tournament. And Naomi Williams was there. So many people that Mo Cito, Terry Martin, so many players in this area that were looked up to, in my eyes, for sure. Um, and I ended up winning the tournament as the lowest handicap in the event, to be honest.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy to be fair. I didn't expect that, but with it being handicapped, of course, I wasn't fully developed in my game, but there was a lot of combos to say the least.
Right, right. But nonetheless, I mean, to go in there your very first time, um, uh, you had to be, you had to, most people, they're either really, really nervous and that,
Mhm,
and they make it through, or they're just really, really like determined. You seem like you have that,
mhm,
that, you know, that determination. I think that most of the really good women in here, they just don't have fear of anybody that they play. I
mhm,
see that a lot with Allison, Kelly, Monica. You know, everybody's friends until you get to the table, and
yeah,
then there's that part, you know, um,
mhm,
and then after it's all said and done, you shake hands or hug, and you congratulate one another. Um, so since you've been playing, well, I have to let me back up for a second. How did you get the nickname the Bombshell? Obviously, you're beautiful. I love your hair, by the way. I
thank
tried
you.
to get that hair cut, but they
Oh,
didn't get it quite right. They went a little bit too short here, so I have my Farrah Fawcett do going on.
I love it, by the
Um,
way.
Thank you. um, how did you get that? How did you get that name?
How did I get that name? So my girlfriend Taruko Kukaleli, she's my road partner, ride or die. She's always called me her bombshell from years and years back. And it was just something she would call me nonchalantly, just um, she just always would call me that. There's nothing to say specifically as a nickname or anything like that. That actually came years later. So one day we were sitting there and we were talking about everyone's nicknames and all of that. And then she just came and she's like, "You're my bombshell. You've been all of our girls' bombshell for years. Like, that's what you need to do. You're going to go out there and that's what your nickname is going to be." So Taruko Kukaleli gave me that nickname years ago. There's no, everyone has this divide of timing. I know it's been a very spotlight topic for some people. For Emily Duddy and I, she's the billiard bombshell, and I'm the bombshell. I think there's enough space for the both of us, so
Yes.
that's fine.
Mm.
But yeah, so that's how I
Well,
got it, and it's so close to my heart because it is truly one of my best friends in this game
friends.
that gave it to me, and yeah, it's, I'll take it.
Well,
I like it.
there's definitely room, and there's room for more too, because one is blonde, one is brunette, and we can even have a redhead come in, and there you go.
Perfect. I
By the
love
way,
it.
Paco says, "What's up, Brittany? Good to see you." Tony Russell, he's my custom cue maker. Hi, Tony.
Hi,
How are you?
Paco.
Um, uh, so, all right. So that's how it started, and then you just progressed. You just started playing in more tournaments. Um, how many times are you a Canadian champ?
14.
It was
So I'm a
14. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
14. Um, that's all games. That's 8 ball, 9 ball, and 10 ball. Not just all 9 ball. Um, but yeah, and one of them there is a junior Canadian champion as well. It's a mixed division, so it's girls and boys in that. So I'm the only one to win our junior division up here as a woman. So that's one of the titles
Wait, you're the only one to win as a woman?
in our junior division. So we have a division up here that allows us to go and play in the world championships. So it's a mix. They don't separate us because we don't have
Right.
enough players up here in Canada to support two divisions. So I know they play separately in the States, but up here we play together. So I won that one, and that's one of the Canadian titles I added on there.
Oh my God,
It's
that's
dear to my heart because,
awesome.
yeah, yeah, it's a
Yeah,
cool one
especially
to win.
when it's not nixed that way. Jasmine goes and plays in a lot of, or was playing in a lot of those now Christina to catch does. What was it, like 150 something players, and came in fourth out of all the males. Like
Hmm.
it just I love seeing the women and the men, you know, not segregated. I love the WPBA too with what they do, but I like to see, you know, sometimes just like put them all together, and women can do damage. I don't think we get enough credit, but that's just me.
Absolutely. I
Um,
love playing in the open men's events for sure.
yeah, yeah, I would too, but I don't even think that they'd allow me. They'd probably be like, no, you have to go to the 12 and under category.
No,
Um, um,
don't be
it
too
was
hard on yourself.
based on handicap. Um, all right, so all right, so we're going to, unless there's anything you have to maybe give us before I jump a little bit forward here to being the runner up of the I can't, there's so many words to it, but the alpha. I'll just say it, the alpha. Um, uh, a lot of people were talking about what I call, they say, you know, the Fisher Challenge, but I call it a Fisher Face Off. And a
Mhm.
lot of people were thinking that's where it was going to go.
Right.
And then a lot of the bet was on Jennifer Beretta coming in second there.
Mhm.
Jennifer's a great player as
She's playing
well.
fabulous lately for sure.
Yes,
Great
very
player.
consistent. And Allison now decided I want back in now that you know, Matchroom is doing some new things. They're bringing some new formats and really kind of moving things all around instead of your regular 7-5 races and whatnot. Um, have you ever played uh, Kelly in an event this big in the finals before?
Yes, actually. So
Okay.
funny. I don't know what year it was. I played her in the finals of the Super Billiards Expo when it was back at the old Valley Forge event. And I want to say that I was 18, maybe 19 back then, but it wasn't as big as this by any
Right.
means. The atmosphere at this event was by far the best um, event I've ever experienced.
And who
Um,
prevailed in that?
she did.
She
I
did.
am yet to beat Kelly
Okay. All right. So
in all the
that's
years
actually
that we've
some
played.
that's on the list to do.
Yeah.
It's on the to do list. Um, how did you feel? Because a lot of people, like I said, and you went, you played Savannah as well.
I did, or in the earlier rounds. Yeah.
Yeah, we sponsor Savannah, so I was like, oh, my heart was broken, but at the
Oh,
same time, I was
geez.
like, oh,
My
it's
heart
one
was
step.
broken that I had to play her.
Isn't she just a sweetheart, though?
Such a sweetheart. And not only that, just I've said this to so many people, is she's so composed and just is so eager. It's not even a more
Yeah,
of an excitement or like she doesn't rush anything. She actually thoroughly looks at the game as it's supposed to be played, which
right.
just like makes me my eyes just glow because
Yeah,
at her age, what she's going to accomplish in the future is just going to be amazing.
I think so. I think she's gonna be up there with like all the greats. Honestly, I think if she
Mhm.
continues and she decides she wants this to be her path, I
Mhm.
truly believe that she has everything, and she's far from seasoned, and I don't mean that in a negative way, but it's going to be amazing. Um,
Mhm.
so we were talking about when we were watching you and Kelly, and I said, you know, Brittany gets up there, she's not going to give Kelly much of a chance to get at the table.
Mhm.
And there were a lot of great safe plays that came from you. And Kelly, don't take it personally; it's just an interview. But uh, she, yeah, you made her kick a whole bunch at that ball. You didn't even give her a great opportunity to jump.
Mhm.
Um, how did that feel? Because there were some times there that you definitely had the ability to. I mean, it came close.
It,
It was really close.
I
Um,
I think the first set was a lot of just getting used to the table itself. I did plan on it an earlier round, but just to have that time on the table, we weren't given a lot.
Mm-hmm.
No excuse. You're supposed to adapt and be able to just decide on what is the correct shots or how you want to play. But my safety game had to be done because I wasn't getting shape. To be frank, I wasn't able to control my cue ball very well, and I'm a very loose player. And a lot of players do think I'm a little wild in that sense, where I place my cue ball a wider margin than most. But I
Right.
felt like in that first set, my cue ball control was a little off and I wasn't able to adapt. But Kelly played great for
Mm-hmm.
sure, 100%. And then my safeties became a little tighter in the second set. So I was able to capitalize on that.
Right. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I thought you played really, really well. Uh, you know, it was difficult because it was a women's event, and Kelly has, she has her ranking that she really wants to keep up. So she feels more comfortable. It seems as though she would feel more comfortable playing the men than the women, and then to
Mm-hmm.
have Brittany just like right up there, and then Kelly was getting she was getting buried a lot. So
Mm-hmm.
that had to play some type of role, but she kept her composure. You kept your composure. You guys did an amazing job. I have to say, it was really fantastic to watch.
Thank
Um,
you.
yeah, yeah. No, thank you. Always good to watch women's pool, any even amateur pool.
Mm-hmm.
But just to watch the women get out there and do their thing. And then the following one you placed again in the WPBA event. Um, uh, uh, how did you feel about that event? Did you feel uh, a little bit differently than you did with the very first one? With the I don't
Are
remember
we
the name of the first one. It was the let's see, the
Are we talking
W.
about the one in Minnesota or the one that just followed
Yes,
after the alpha?
the one that
The Northern Lights event
the Northern Lights was. Wait,
before
no,
the Las
before
Vegas
the
event. Mhm.
yes, no, the following one.
Oh, Super
Um,
Billiards Expo.
this SB, yes,
Hmm.
yes. So you placed, I want to say 9th through 12th. Is that
Yeah.
right? Okay, 9th to
And there's
12th
a reason
there.
why you're a little confused by that because the format at Super Billiards Expo is definitely different than any other event that we
Yes.
play in, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Um, yeah. The Northern Lights was a really, I like that one a lot too.
Oh, that was a really nice event. It was our first time ever being there, and it was a great casino. So I hope we go back to that one. And there was a lot of juniors there too for their first event. Haley from Tennessee, she was playing in that event. I believe Kennedy was able to play in that event. Savannah was there. That was a very big event for just the juniors involved to be
Yeah.
able to see what they're going to be doing for future years in the sport. So I really liked the Northern Lights event.
Yeah. And it was a pretty flyer too.
Yeah.
um, yeah. So, upcoming, the WPBA is having one in.
Oh, the upcoming one is going to be the Ashton Twin Classic in
Yep.
Calgary, Alberta,
And
which I'm
there we
stoked
go.
about.
You're stoked. Yeah,
So
I could
stoked.
imagine. Oh,
Homeland.
Dan says, long time no see, Brittany. Welcome back. And Savannah just gave some hearts.
Aw, she's so
Oh,
sweet.
isn't
And
she?
her
Oh, I
parents are
love her.
awesome as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to meet Tiffany. I definitely want to meet Tiffany for sure. Hi,
Mhm.
Savannah. Hi. Yeah, so now you're going to be in really familiar territory.
Mhm.
So, I'm really looking forward to seeing, because it's difficult. I mean, yeah, Kelly travels from the UK, other people travel from different places.
Hmm.
Um, but, Kelly's been, she went pro when I saw her in 2007. She had been pro for 2 years, so she went pro 2005. And I remember meeting her and Allison saying, "Are you sisters?" Because I didn't. But anyway, long story, Savannah said hi back. Long story short, um, there's that home field advantage like there would be in every other sport,
Hmm.
where you have the crowd cheering for you. And you had a lot of people cheering you on. It was probably equal to what Kelly had if you look through the comments section.
Oh, that's
Uh,
nice. I haven't gone
yeah,
through those. That's sweet.
yeah, yeah. So now you're going to be in Canada,
Hmm.
and uh, this is going to be. I think this is going to be. I'm really curious as to what's going to happen here with the ladies. I'm sure they're going to feel
Yeah.
comfortable, but you
Oh,
know,
I'm just gonna be so excited. Joanne's gonna put on an amazing event like she has in the last few years. Um, and just to bring people up here, to be completely honest, to see our country as well. We don't have a lot of big events, and to have Joanne's event coming up and then the Predator event in August. Um,
yes,
I think this is just going to bring more our way. And we deserve it up here because there's so many great players, like other countries, don't get a spotlight as much.
right,
And I think a lot of local players up here are going to surprise some people.
yeah.
So that's one of the main reasons I'm excited about it. But for myself, it's only a 4.5 hour flight, so no jet lag whatsoever. I'm going to be coming in early to hang out with some of my girlfriends that live around the area. And then I'm just going to be ready to play because it is one of my favorite events.
I'm happy to hear that, and I'm happy to know that you're going to have a crowd behind you.
Hmm.
Um, and this is a WPBA event, so Kelly's going to have to definitely bring her A game for sure. Um, no greet for me. Esteban Robles. Esteban, she's unable to see a majority of the comments right now, so I'm just trying to relay them to Brittany as we go along. So Esteban Robles says hello, and hello from me too. If um, uh, sorry. Um, so uh, so this is going to be, how much is the added amount to the prize fund?
For the Ashton twin,
Yes,
oh, I believe they got
20.
21,000, which
Yeah.
is 21,000, I think. And that's incredible. And I know how much Joanne has worked her tail off to be able to add that kind of money up here. Um, we're well deserved to her and Beverly and everyone attached to it and hosting it at her pool hall. Um, it's grown because the first event that I went out there for, I want to say it was 5,000 added. So, and that's only a number of years ago, like maybe 4 or 5 years ago, possibly, maybe a little bit longer. But to develop that much and be able to get 21,000 is a great accomplishment. So,
It really is. It really
and
is.
that's
I'm
going to
trying.
bring those girls in, like Kelly and everyone else. Not only because of the prize money they compete, but alone it's an incentive, right? So,
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Um, and as you said, there are a lot of women in Canada who are going to be playing.
mhm,
So I'm really looking forward to seeing the diversity here,
mhm.
and the mix. And I know there's going to be some type of upset. Oh my gosh, I shouldn't say this, but I know there's going to be some type of upset somewhere along the road.
Everyone
Um,
likes to root the underdog, okay? Everyone likes to root for the underdog.
Pretty much, pretty much. By the way, Todd Nevins, a long time player of my tour, says, "There's Brittany," in all caps. Yes, she is here. Yes, she is here. Um, he remembers. Yeah, he remembers you, I believe, from the time that we met back in, I don't know, it might have been 20. I don't remember what year it was. 2014,
Really,
somewhere in there. Gosh, it was a while ago.
my early
But yeah.
wild 20s.
I'm not going to say a word. By the way, I have taken. I'm pleading anything. No, I'm joking. Brittany was actually very, very nice, and it was a definitely a fun time. David Temecki, good luck to all the women players. Good to see more events. Yes, that's great. That's what we want. We want to see more events and events that have such great added money to them.
Hmm.
You know, um, Todd over at Snookers. She and I practiced before a few of the Wednesday night tournaments. So Todd
Oh,
remembers you as well. So you were popular here in Rhode Island. I'll tell you
oh, that
that.
that pool hall is amazing. I've met so many great people around that area and that I've
Yep.
kept in touch with for a number of years. So visiting out there was great.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, it was a lot of fun because I remember seeing you, like I said, quite a few times, and we only played partners that one time. Um, Too bad we didn't play for cash.
I know,
Um,
right?
yeah, yeah, I would have had that dollar bill signed. Um, so, so yeah, Todd, thank you so much. Thank you, David. Thank you, Estefan and Savannah, and everybody who's tuned in. We know it's a Sunday, but this is the time that Brittany and I finally got to get together.
Hmm.
And I said, sure, why not on a 70-degree day, our very first 70s
Oh,
here in Rhode Island. But I'm like, yeah, why not? Um, so and you have, aside from this WPBA event, I know you'll probably be playing in all of the ones that are available to
Mhm.
you.
Mhm.
Do you have any other plans for the future for yourself? Anything that you'd like us to know that maybe we don't know at this current time, um, that you'd want to share?
Well, the calendar is amazing this year. That I have to give kudos out to the WPBA board because they're doing a great job for us, and to have this many events after the last 2 years that we've had is fabulous. I This is what I've been looking forward to since I started playing at 13. These moments are motivational, and I actually spoke to Savannah at one point and even said, you just have to take the moment and ride with it every single time because these events are going to keep going. But in events like this for this year, it's going to be something you're never going to forget. I remember my first year on tour and there was 8 events and I thought that was amazing. Now we're up to 10 and it's just going to be able to give us an opportunity to widen our game, everyone's game, men, female, juniors, everyone. So I'm looking forward to it. But I do have the Ashton Classic coming up, with WPBA points. And then right after that, I'm going to be flying down to Alabama. Birmingham, Alabama has the World Games event. So that is something that I'm looking forward to. This is a bucket list check off for me. Kelly told
Awesome.
me it's a must go to. So it's one grade lower than the Olympics, which I think this is a one in a lifetime opportunity for me.
There you go.
So I'm going to
Congratulations.
that. Thank you. I'm very excited about it. And then right after that, there's another WPBA event that we'll be hosting in Michigan. It's the Soaring Eagle event.
Yes.
Um, Mount Pleasant is where it's going to be held. So that whole entire month is going to be dedicated to pool and traveling. So I have a 2 month span in between to just relax, take my time, and just kind of practice and take care of myself. Being on the road is a little tough for a lot of
Yeah.
people, and I'm one of them. I don't eat that great. I try, but I don't eat that great. So I'm just going to stay focused on my health and just getting ready to be on the road for that month.
Right.
Um, Other than that, then the next event will be up in Calgary again. I'll be flying out there, out west, for the Predator Alberta Open, which will be also a great event. We have Puerto Rico this year. The ladies are
I
going somewhere
know.
nice
I
this
wanted to
year as
talk
far as
about
weather.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun.
Oh,
I
I can't
I
believe
think I
it.
might fly out there. Just if someone needs me to carry bags, just put me
Right?
in the overhead. I will help. Um, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm here
I
for.
volunteer. I volunteer.
Okay.
I know my family, they're like, oh, maybe we'll do a family vacation to go. I'm like, that is a perfect idea.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. It's
yeah,
funny
I'm
though
going to.
because they don't. No one plans much vacation, but as soon as they hear something like tropical or exotic, then
Mhm.
everybody's like, "Oh, let's do something together." Yeah,
I'm convincing the boyfriend. I'm convincing the parents. I'm gonna try to get everybody out there for sure.
that would be great. That would be. Do I get a postcard? This is
Of
live.
course, of course.
Okay. And Amy Kilby, you owe me postcards. I know your luggage got lost, but you owe me postcards. I wouldn't say it if it wasn't public. If it weren't public, in case the grammar police hit me up there. Um, uh, so so I'm looking forward to seeing you in these events. Like I said, that day I knew that you were a dark horse, and I think you're going to be cashing in. Another thing. Oh, we have to. Pierre. I don't know how to pronounce your last name. I'm going to just. I apologize in advance. Chaput, Chaput. I don't want to say chaput. It's just it's got to be French,
Triple?
obviously. Chaput. I
Triple?
don't know. You can just phonetically just do a little ting ting. That'd be great. Kyle Boutte. Kyle has helped me in the past with the WPBA. He's done like streaming for the I Want Someone's tour, so Kyle, he says hello. And he says hello to all. Thank you, Kyle. We call him Mr. Pickles because he has a pickle company.
Oh,
McConaughey. Yes, Kelly hates pickles, and she said that.
I love pickles.
Do
I
you,
believe I met him. He was in our
Kyle?
Minnesota event maybe.
Yes, yes. That's where
I
he was
didn't get
streaming
my
from.
jar of pickles.
Uh, Kyle, you
I need
dropped the
pickles.
jar. Okay, you dropped the jar, not the ball, but the jar. Kelly. Kyle, there's a thing. Kyle, you got Kelly her pickles and Tiffany her pickles, but Brittany is sitting here, and she would please like her pickles. Thank you. Feel free to go through me. I will. I'll
You'll
PM.
get the shipment up to me.
Yes. Wait, Fairfield, Iowa. I think Brittany.
That's where it
Okay. Okay.
was. They all blend together. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The
Yeah.
events are.
It's been it's been a pretty busy season here for Brittany.
Mhm.
So she's allowed to do that. But you still didn't answer the question. Where were her pickles?
Was that?
I said he still didn't answer the question. He just
I
corrected
know.
us. Where are the pickles? We're waiting. All right, we'll just sit another second or two. So we're coming to a close because we've been on for about 35 minutes.
Okay.
But we wanted to announce that Brittany is going to be partaking as we have our original panel, of course, in Women in Pool. So Allison Fisher, Kelly Fisher, Ava Mattia Lawrence, Joanne Mason Parker, and Lori John. Oh my God, LJ just completely. Don't hate me. You
Can't
have a
forget
T-shirt,
LJ.
LJ. Yeah, yeah. She's gonna kill me for this. Red's our favorite color, I think. She's got her red Women in Pool T-shirt. Um, uh, and Brittany is going to be part of the panel, but she's not going to be doing it full time. But when there's openings, she's going to be partaking with us at her convenience. So she technically is part of the panel. We all know that we have no sponsors right now. I decided on not having any sponsors because I want to show people that we can do this on our own. And then when sponsors do want to come in, uh, uh, they're going to know that women are worth what they're going to have to help us with. Right now, this is on the I Want Simonis page. It's also being streamed on the Women in Pool page, and that's why you see the sponsors on the side there. So I do want to give a shout out to all of my sponsors. And Brittany, if you'd like to, they're up there, right there. I Want Simonis, our title sponsor, and all the other sponsors you see. But Brittany, if you'd like to, please feel free to do so.
I can't see. I'm sorry, I can't
No,
see
no. Oh,
the.
to your sponsors, any sponsors that you have, or
Oh,
anybody that may have helped you,
mhm.
you want to give a shout out to anybody.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought you were
No,
telling me,
that was
asking me
my
to
fault.
list. No, for right now, I'm going to be partnering with Jam Up Apparel. But I do just play with my homemade, or not homemade, but local made Q company, Roy Mason. He's a custom Q maker up here, and yeah, I'm not attached to anybody right now, but yeah.
Oh, well, everybody, obviously, this is to me, a world class player. So, um, uh, I would say send Brittany an email, and uh, this is an opportunity for you that you don't want to lose.
Oh, I
For
appreciate that.
sure.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And if there's something that you want in particular, just click away to me, and I try to connect people to specific sponsors.
Mhm.
I've had quite a few people connect. So, you're definitely
Absolutely.
you're definitely worth it,
Thank
Brittany.
you. Yeah, I'm
I
looking
want
forward
to
to the future events and hopefully, I can
yes.
partner up with somebody and, maybe I'll get that win off Kelly soon.
Ooh, okay. That
Alberta,
wasn't my
Alberta
intent,
looks
Kelly. I'm
looks
sorry.
promising. Me and her
um,
are great friends. So she actually took care of me my first time alone in China, and we've known each other for a very long time. So she
she's
knows I'm
big in
coming after
China.
her. She
Yeah.
knows it.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm neutral territory right here. I just want to throw that out there. Um, and if you do look through those comments, Brittany, um,
Mhm.
don't. Um, I didn't say anything bad. I was like, I was happy when Kelly made some shots, but I did say some things like, wow, when you made some phenomenal shots and some spectacular saves, you have to give credit where it's due. Kelly can be like, Kelly could be my sister, honestly, and if she were, which Kelly would never probably admit to, even if we were, she would be like, just don't try that English accent, please, my ears. But even if she and I were sisters, true sisters, um, I always will give credit where credit's due. I always think that that's fair. It's not like you just root for somebody just because they
Oh no,
somebody
we
does
all
a
want to see a
great
good
job.
performance, regardless who it comes from. So
Exactly.
that's what my hopes are for every match. And even when I'm watching, all of us are very close on tour. So even when I'm watching two of my other best friends play off, I want all the best for either one of them. I just want them to be happy with their performance. And I think that's all we can do is root for a great show, to be honest.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Uh, excuse me for 1 second. I'm getting a question here.
Kelly's going to give me a hard time by saying coming after her.
That's okay. You know what? She says, bring it. I remember when
Right?
she thought that I was going to beat her in the virtual. She was like, how many points do you need in her British accent? And I told her, she says, you almost got me there, Gloria. Um, so, yeah. Um, but anyway, yeah, so I don't know. Maybe uh, we can see what we can make happen here. Like I said, right here is an amazing player. Hey, Tom Kosho, what's up, brother from New York? Um, uh, I say snag Brittany because she's well worth it. Anyway, we have reached the 40-minute mark, and it doesn't even seem like it. I could probably go on and on, as everyone knows, native Italian New Yorker, so it doesn't stop. but I do want to enjoy my 70-degree day. And I want to say
Absolutely.
thank you so much, Brittany, for allowing me to have this interview with you. And everybody out there, please share this broadcast to support the players and the tour. I put it right there in a pretty little lavender purplish. Let's do virtual doubles. You know what, Tom? Um, Tom Kosha, he's one of my tour players. Thank you,
Mhm.
Tom. Brittany and I have played doubles before, so Brittany, do you want to, at some point when you have time, you don't have to commit, Brittany can think about it,
Mhm.
but do a virtual live stream, you and I against two of the players, say maybe Brian and Ron or something like that, and our points against their points, ghost format. I think
Perfect.
that,
I'm
all right,
in.
there we go.
There we go.
Oh, wow, now we
Challenge
have
accepted.
Kyle.
Challenge
Kyle, I'll team
accepted.
up with Brittany versus Gloria and Tom. Well, Kyle, no, the women stick together. That's not how this works. Plus, now you owe her double the pickles. And now you have
Yes.
offended me by wanting to be on her team. So,
It'll be all fun. I'll love it. And I've never done a virtual ghost game ever either. So
no,
that'll be
oh
a
my
first
gosh,
for me again.
a first again.
I know,
And
right?
she's on our panel
There
here.
we
So
go.
there's another
Things are
first.
happening. See, Sunday
Things
afternoons, bright and sunny, things
I
happen.
know, I know. That's what I'm talking about. Kyle's laughing. That sounds fantastic. All right, so Brittany and I are going to talk behind the scenes and see what we can come up with.
There you go.
And you guys get your pesos ready, okay? Because Brittany and I don't plan to lose. She's gonna carry me again, and that's okay by me. Okay,
Oh,
okay. Me and
stop.
Gloria. No, Kyle, too late. You get one chance with me and one chance only. Um, that that's a Taurus and Scorpio in my chart. Um, all right, Brittany. It was a pleasure to have you. Thank you so much.
No,
This
thank you for
wasn't.
asking me to come on. I really
Oh,
appreciate it,
you're so
honestly.
welcome. You're so
Yeah.
welcome. I mean, this wasn't like when I do interviews, they're not like what were they called, Curtis, back in the day when Diane Sawyer used to sit back like those investigative reporter interviews. And I'm not Ava, unfortunately. God, I wish I could commentate like Ava. Ava, I love you. I love your commentary. Kelly does a really good job too, though.
Hmm.
Kelly's really good too. Um,
Very good.
but I just try to make people feel comfortable and try to have fun and be loose about things. That's
Hmm.
really what it's about. Okay, so um, for my Minnesota goodbye for the 18th time, 40 going on 45 minutes, and Gloria needs her snack before she gets cranky. You're very welcome, Kyle. He's thanking us for the interview and Brittany for the time and wishing us a
Oh,
great day.
thank you
Um,
again.
all right, and I'll be messaging you with the info. We have May 7th. By everybody who's watching on the Women in Pool,
Mhm.
May 7th at 2 o'clock is our next Women in Pool episode. It's our fourth episode. We already have 1,000 followers, 1,000 likes. So we're growing, and this is only our fourth episode.
Okay.
And women are switching in and out when they have time, and that's why we're growing a bigger and bigger panel, which is
Mhm.
part of it. Brittany, if you can make it, that would be lovely. We're going to be talking about the movers and the shakers here in the industry, not limited to players. So it's about what casinos are doing great things. Is it the WPBA? Is it Matchroom? Is it both? How's APA have a handle in this? Who are the upcoming players? Savannah, Sophia, things of that nature. And we'd love to have you on if you do have the time and the opening.
Perfect. I
Kelly
look
will be
forward, if I'm
there.
not involved, I
Yeah.
look forward to watching it.
Okay, all right. Kelly will be there, and Joanne will be on with me. All right. Everybody, have a wonderful. Bring back the Texas tornado. Vivian?
Vivian, we'd love to have her back. Why
Yes,
not?
Mark. Yes, I have not seen Vivian in many many years. I have not seen her personally since 2007. So, all right, everybody, have a wonderful day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Again, many firsts here with Brittany. We love it, and we look forward to seeing you again soon, and hopefully meeting up here in Rhode Island if you ever have
Yes,
the
yes, I got to come
opportunity.
back. Thank you
Yes,
so
I've
much
only.
again. And happy Mother's Day to everyone next weekend.
Oh, yeah, that's right. My mom's no longer here, but I know she's looking down on me. So, yes, happy Mother's Day to everyone and many, many blessings to all.
Take care,
Okay.
everyone. Thank you so much, Gloria.
You're very welcome, Brittany. So long.